Last episode in the Daytona 500, we brought home a 7th place finish in the season opener as Carl Long won the race somehow, some way. I could not believe it happened, but he is momentarily, or just for a little while, in the playoffs. He's most likely going to drop out of the top 30 in points, which will put him out. But now we go to Atlanta Motor Speedway here today for episode number 2 now. Last season, Brad Keselowski brought the victory home at Atlanta in the number 2 Auto Trader Ford. Can he do that today? Who knows? I think you'll have to watch out for one of the Camaros, to be honest. So we are ready to get the second race of the season underway. I'm going to show you guys the points real quick. Newman leads overall, but Carl Long currently leads the playoff standings. He's going to drop out, obviously, eventually here. So we have some weird names in here, but let's see if we can actually go to Atlanta and have a good run, because usually I struggle a fair amount at Atlanta. So let's try to make it happen here as we send it off to the pre-show.
Welcome to Hampton, Georgia, home of Atlanta Motor Speedway, and this year's running of the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 on PRN. Atlanta is a favorite of many Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series drivers. The worn surface hasn't seen a repave in 2 decades now, but the drivers just love it. In fact, several of them helped convince track owners to put off a planned repave that was due to take place shortly after today's race.
Alright, so here we go. I qualified 15th, right behind our teammates Chase Elliott, William Byron here, and the number 9 and the 24. We got Bubba Wallace on our outside to start. We're going to go right to the inside, take a 3 wide with our teammate Elliott right off the bat here. 20 laps in stage 1, so we do not have a whole bunch of time, but we are in a pretty solid starting position to at least get some stage points here. Hopefully we can get our teammates up there as well. Right off the bat, we make a little bit of contact with Kevin Harvick there on the right rear. Shot me down the track a little bit, but I was able to hang on to it, so no big deal at all. Now as Chase Elliott's kind of thinking about making a 3 wide, but he decided not to push the issue, thankfully, now as he battles Denny Hamlin behind us. 1 lap completed there. We gained a few spots now with Hamlin and Elliott looking on our inside, but we're going to have a bit of a run on the outside. I've done a little bit of practice here, and I think that we could make the outside actually work to our advantage later in the race now as we go between Bowman and Joey Logano here. Bowman's going to kind of pull away, but we will kind of get the run on Logano. We do, and we clear him, so we don't have to worry about making a bunch of contact with him, thankfully. You know, we got all of our Hendrick cars running, I think, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. We're right 8th through 11th right now, so going to the outside of William Byron. He did not run good in Daytona. I think he finished 34th, so hopefully he can turn things around today here in Atlanta. Should be able to clear him pretty easily here. He's still hanging on our inside at the moment, but we're certainly about to clear him, as that just about looks like we've got him clear as we go to the outside of now Kurt Busch, who was a big rival last season. I got really tight there, though. Just about got into the wall, so I had to get out of the throttle now as William Byron is able to clear me, but we get another run on him, which will give us the opportunity to clear him once more. Ryan Blaney up there on P7, or P6, sorry. He's had a strong car, it seems like, now as we battle with William Byron, just trying to get by him. We do manage to do that, and now we try to work on Kurt Busch here, who sits on our inside. Hopefully we can get into the top, at least I was hoping for a top 5 at the end of stage 1, but you can see the top 5 guys are pulling away, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen now as we're halfway through stage 1, battling Ryan Blaney now on the outside. Just trying to get that run off the corner, but Blaney is going to be able to pull up in front of me. Going to give him just a little bit of a bump there. Got Kurt Busch on our inside. If I can just kind of pinch him down, which is kind of hard to do with this tight handling race car. Now it's Kevin Harvick, you can see he's right behind us. He's gotten past William Byron. And so has, I believe, Chase Elliott there that is behind Harvick. Kurt Busch is putting up a pretty good fight at this point. We do clear him now, and now Blaney's going to slide up in front of me, and I'm going to go under him instead. I'm not going to try to make the inside, or the outside work this time. We're going to use the inside to see if we can clear him. He pinches me down quite a bit, which certainly helped him, and we really couldn't clear him, but now we do clear him at the line. with just 8 to go in the stage. We're up to 6. We got the top 5 just up there. Obviously, we're not going to have a shot at winning the stage at this point. That 4 car is moving fast now. Blaney's starting to drop as well there. He just lost 3 spots to me, Kurt Busch, and Harvick. Usually I struggle a lot more at this racetrack, so I'm pretty surprised at this point of how good I was doing. Now as we come to just over 2 laps to go, we're coming to 2 to go right at the line here. We are certainly closing in on these guys in front of us. Brad Keselowski is the guy in 5th. Kyle Busch is right in front of him. They're battling it out pretty good. We're 2.4 seconds behind the leader, which I believe is Martin Truex Jr., from what it looks like at least. Just a lap and a half left in stage 1. We're going to need, obviously, if we want a top 5 here, we're going to need the 2 car to screw up somehow, which I highly doubt is going to happen at this point. But it certainly seems like we have a car that is capable of doing much more than I thought it would be able to do compared to how I've run at this racetrack in the past. Usually I run from 10th to like 17th is usually where I'm running around here. So this is certainly a big pickup. I'm running on the same difficulty. I'm doing Legend as I always. I mean, Legend, let's be honest, is still not hard enough in career mode. I always run on default in the race just because the AI at least stands a chance there. If I made adjustments, I would blow them out of the water. But now we finished the stage in 6th. I believe it is Martin Truex Jr. who won. We have our teammate Chase Elliott finishing the stage in 7th. I don't know what happened to William Byron or Alex Bowman. But yes, Truex wins the stage, Larson 2nd, William Byron got 16th there, Bowman got 18th, so no one's pitting, so I'm not going to pit either, so we're just going to stay out and see if we get a caution before the green flag stops, or will we actually get to make a green flag stop this race. We did not get to do that in Daytona because like a bunch of guys ran out of fuel on the back straightaway and it brought out a caution.
Be ready. Have a good day. Stay sharp.
Alright, the green flag is back out as we start stage 2. We will have to be coming to pit road within the next, I'd say, 7 or 8 laps, maybe 6 or 5 at the least. So we got to be prepared for the guys on the bottom. I'm really scared to be running the bottom in a few laps because you just risk getting crashed when someone tries to pull off to pit road. Now as we come towards the end of lap 1 in stage 1, you see Larson, Kyle Busch, and our teammate Chase Elliott 3 wide in front of us. Larson gets into the wall a bit. He was just 2nd, and now he's already dropped 4 spots in 1 lap. Not very good for him. Ryan Blaney clears us off the corner. We were 3 wide with him and Harvick. I didn't even realize Harvick was on the inside of him, so if I would have tried to push Blaney down the track, I would have caused a crash for sure. Denny Hamlin right behind us as well. Obviously, big rivalry with him last season. Now, a caution actually came out shortly after this. For some reason, I did not get it recorded. I don't know why, but we pitted, and we come out 17 spots behind as we take the green. As you can see, we're 25th. Not very good at all. I think a bunch of guys actually stayed out, if I am correct. So we just have 11 laps in stage 2 now to go. But I'm not sure what brought out the caution, and I mean, we were just racing, and I think maybe it was someone coming to pit road and caused a crash, but I'm not 100% sure, and I didn't get it recorded. I didn't see anything, so it must have been behind me now, as, yeah, certainly some guys up there stayed out. You can see a bunch of back runners just up there. Carl Long's there as I hit the apron, just about slid up into the 12 of Ryan Blaney. That would not have been good. Under Chase Elliott now, it is getting pretty hectic here. Everyone's just going for whatever they can get, and we get another caution. Okay, so we are getting a bunch of guys now that are going to be pitting. We got Suarez and McMurray in the top 2, but we're going to gain a bunch of spots now. We're going to be restarting P7, so this is going to leave us a good chance to get some big points here in stage 2. Alright, green's back out. Right behind Brad Keselowski. Gonna give him a little bit of a shove here. Try to get him some ground gained. I could have taken him 3 wide, but I mean, it was unnecessary. I'm not gonna take an unnecessary risk at this point in the race. If this was like overtime, absolutely. But now we might get to go to his inside here in turn 3. I thought about it, but he certainly had speed, and I wasn't going to risk it right there as we sit under Kyle Busch now. At the line, we barely have the position over him. I hit the grass a little bit there. We do clear him now as we come to just 4 to go in stage 2. We got our little helmet cam for our onboard here, right behind Brad Keselowski. Still sitting 4th. We are not really gaining anything. Just trying to wait for the right moment here as we come to 3 to go at the line. There it is, 3 to go, right behind Brad Keselowski. We were trying to pass him at the end of stage 1 for 5th, and now we try to pass him here for 3rd. Ryan Newman running 2nd, which is pretty surprising. He ran good in Daytona as well. He leads the overall standings right now, so that is certainly surprising. Him and Truex are pulling away from Brad here, and we are all over Brad Keselowski. So we should be able to try and pass him here with 2 to go in stage 2. Try to make the outside work. Right at his door. It'd be nice if they made him use his discount tire car more, just so we didn't have to look at that ugly Brad K thing. A lap and a half left. Looks like Truex is going to easily win stage 2. He won stage 1 as well. Not going to be able to pass Brad here in turn 4, so we got 1 more lap in stage 2 to do it. Try to make the outside work in turn 1 again. Right on his quarter panel. I couldn't keep it down, so I wanted to pinch him down, but I can't. Just because of how tight the car is as he runs way on the bottom. Not going to allow me to get the inside at all into turn 3. And that's going to do it for sure. He's going to be able to hold me off. Now out of turn 4, behind us there is no one even near us as Martin Truex Jr. comes to win stage 2. He's won both stages today. We've gone from 6th to 4th. So let's see if we can gain a few more spots and maybe even get a victory here. There's the order there. Chase Elliott, our teammate, 14th. Byron 17th. Bowman 21st. And who's last? Ty Majeski. Alright, so it's going to be 40 laps we have until the end of the race here. Starting right behind Ryan Newman. I could give him a shove here on the restart now, as the green flag does return. Final stage is underway here in Atlanta. 37 laps to go. The only time we come to this track, so try to get a win while we can here. I've never won at this track. Not the best restart though, that's for sure. Harvick now on our inside. Newman certainly not off to the best start either. He is kind of slowing me up just a little bit. I need to try and get the opportunity to get around him here. I don't want to force it 3 wide on the outside. I don't see that ending well at all. Harvick and him side by side now. Harvick is driving through pretty fast. He's gaining spots. Kyle Busch now on our inside in the M&M's Toyota. Still right behind Ryan Newman with not much room to go right now. We could get in behind Kyle Busch, but not now because Joey Logano is going to fill that hole. So we kind of just have to ride behind Newman. We kind of need that 22 to clear me quick, which he might do right here, but Newman does slow up, so I'm going to go to the outside of him. I went a little too wide there to be able to actually get past him, but there is a hole in the middle. I could have gone for it, but I don't want to risk it. I don't trust the AI enough in this game to make 3 wide moves up the middle like that often. But we just need to wait for Newman to make another mistake like that and try to pass him on the outside. He slows up just a little bit there. We might be able to make the outside work this time on him as we do get a bit of a run. Once again, though, I go a little too wide now as he's got Logano on his inside. There is a big hole here, so I'm going to take it this time. Getting real tight there. I'm going to slide up just a little bit now. Blaney's going to force a 3 wide. This is not going to end well. Oh my gosh. And we got a caution. That's actually kind of lucky. I was not comfortable in that spot. I feel like we were probably seconds away from wrecking, and now we get a caution. Maybe Brendan Gaughan brought the caution out because he's pitting, but I'm not sure. So now let's go to the next restart. I'm happy with how many cautions have been in this race. It's nice to see the AI bringing out more cautions. I really like when they do that.
Almost ready. Have a good day. Stay sharp.
All right, green back out once again. 30 to go at the line. I could have went to the outside of Kyle Busch there, but oh, now we kind of do go to the outside of him. A little bit of contact on the right rear. I'm trying to force my way back down, but it's not going to work. I don't think. Blaney on our left rear right now. We do get in front of him. We do clear him now as Kyle Larson comes through to pass me for P7. He is right beside Kurt Busch there. Or no, that's Ryan Newman, sorry. We got Kurt Busch now on our left.
Hold your line still there. Clear low.
29 to go. We are running out of time, but we still got a decent amount of time to try and get ahead of these guys. We just can't stay in traffic too long and let Truex get away. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get another caution. Nowhere to go right now. Kyle Busch going to slip into the inside in front of Kurt there, right behind Larson as well. And we're just kind of stuck making the outside work here.
Stay in line. Hold your line.
This is a pretty fun racetrack. I mean, they obviously put off the repave in real life. And I know they're going to have to repave this track very shortly, no matter what. So fans got to be prepared for that. It's going to have to be repaved, which, I mean, the speeds are going to be way up once the repave does happen. Which, I mean, I don't know how the racing is going to be. It might just absolutely suck. Just due to, like, how much grip drivers are going to have. And we seen Texas after the repave. And that's one of the worst mile and a halves of the season last year. I mean, they just run single file, basically. If you get in the outside, you're going to wreck just about. So it wasn't very fun to watch at all. But that's just something you got to deal with. Trying to go to the outside of Keselowski now here on the just under, I think, 25. I think we have exactly 25 to go.
Stay high up here. Stay in line. Hold your line.
Actually, we got 26 to go. Right behind Harvick. He is not going anywhere. He was flying through the field, I'd say, what, 10 to 20 laps ago. But now here he is dropping as we do get ahead of him now. And the caution comes out now about a lap later. Truex is still leading. Everyone's pitting. So, obviously, I'm going to follow these guys and pit as well. I think 4 tires is going to maybe be the way to go. So we're going to do that and put 2 cans of fuel in it. And we come out 25th. That is certainly not the way to go. That is not the way.
Hard from the outside.
Coming through Bowman. I'm going to take him 3 wide. Our teammate with 22 to go. We need to go fast now. Under Michael McDowell, who's replaced Landon Castle in the 34. Behind David Reagan, and he's under Eric Almirola. Trevor Bayne, that paint scheme is so ugly in my opinion. I like Jamie McMurray's McDonald's / Cessna paint scheme. That's my favorite one so far. It's my second favorite is Casey Kane's Pro, whatever the heck it is, Procore or something like that. If we're ever around them, you'll see it now. But we are up to 16th, right behind Austin Dillon. I'm going to go way to the bottom, get under him, and try to make the pass now. As soon as we get past him, we'll have our teammate William Byron here is fighting his way, trying to get to the front. But he has not really moved from this area. He's been kind of around 15th to 20th the whole race. And it's similar to what he's running right now. He's running 14th, right behind Ryan Blaney. Try to make the outside work. It is certainly working right now. I know that we have a tire advantage because other drivers either took 0 or 2 tires, and we took 4. Now we go under Ryan Blaney. I don't think Truex is leading anymore. I can't see who it is. It might be a Logano. Clear of Eric Jones into turn 1. Now behind Chase Elliott. It's always tempting to wreck him when I have the opportunity, but I don't want to do that since he's my teammate. Obviously, he was a rival last year. Kurt Busch was a rival last year here. Denny Hamlin was a big rival last year. Where's Ryan Blaney? We just passed him. He was also a rival last year. Or last season, sorry. 18 to go. We're certainly running out of time, though, at this point. I kind of hope we get one more caution. Under Denny Hamlin, he just about came down into me. You're not supposed to do that, son. That is not the way.
Stay low, stay low. Stay in line.
Oh, these cars are so tight. I'm pushing up into the 9 now. I don't mind that, though.
Hold your line.
I can put him in the wall for all I care. Now we got Paul Menard here and Kurt Busch on our outside as we pass them with really no problem at all.
Clear.
Now we've gotten past that little cluster right there, that little mess. We at least have a chance to get up to these guys, which we in fact did. We worked our way up to P6 with 10 laps to go. Right now, Truex on our inside and Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson leads over Brad Keselowski, who won this race last season. But can he do it again? That is the real question. I want to win the race, but also, I mean, my favorite driver is Kyle Larson, so I wouldn't be mad if he won. But we are certainly coming fast, where I think we will have a shot at victory here. Kyle Busch now under Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman's been in my way so many times in this race, and now we might be in the way again.
Still there.
Get out the way, son. Could not get a run on the outside. Oh, I don't want to force it in the middle. A little bit of contact on the left rear of Newman. We're just going to go under him. We need to get past these guys real fast.
Still there.
Out of turn 2, still side by side with the 31.
High lane's clear.
Alright, we cleared him. Now we got to get through the 2 Toyotas of Kyle Busch and Martin Truex. That certainly did not help there. Newman's going to get back to my inside. We have just 7 laps remaining.
Stay in line. Hold your line.
Oh, I'm trying to pinch the 18 down, and it does work a little bit. This is going to give us an opportunity. If we can clear him, we can get a run on that 78. We got to get past that 78 real fast.
Clear low.
As you see, we go into turn 3. We get a run on his right rear. We were able to pass Truex and Brad Keselowski, both of them now. As we come to just 2 laps to go, we give Kyle Larson the bumper. We have a chance to pass him for the win. We were teammates with him last season, and now we're not teammates anymore, obviously, as I screw up big time in turns 3 and 4. I got way too tight. Now we got to get past Brad.
White flag is in the air.
I mean, we don't necessarily have to get past him. We're already kind of past him. And now he's going to turn 1, and we just about clear him. We're going to have a big run down the back straightaway. The outside has been giving me big runs in the last few laps. I can't get to the bottom, though, because Brad Keselowski is just sitting there holding that line, so we're going to have to make the outside work. We do get a little bit of a run now as we come into turn 4. Larson's going to try to slide up in front of me, but I'm going to go even higher. We come to the line. He beats us by maybe 3/4 of a car length. But, man, if that 2 car, or, well, it's not the 2 car's fault at all. If I just didn't screw up in turns 3 and 4 coming to the white flag, I think we would have had a shot at winning that race. So it was 100% my fault there. As you see, Kane and Boyer both DNF. But yeah, that's the finishing order. I really think, yeah, that was kind of my fault. I blew that one. But Newman leads the points. Larson locks himself into the playoffs, but I'm kind of disappointed with that. Like, we should have won that race right there. I think we can get him in Las Vegas, which, to be honest, is another track I struggle at. The car's always really tight there. But we'll see what we can make happen. Alright. So, let's see if we made anyone aggravated. Sometimes, well, I mean, 3/4 of last season we had a rival. I mean, we had like 8 rivals, but there's the playoff standings. We got Newman, the first guy. Without a win, we're second without a win. McDowell is the last guy in right now. Obviously, that's going to change. Carl Long, he's going to drop out in a few races as well. Bubba Wallace there. Let's see where Byron is 31st in points. Oh my gosh. Our teammates are not doing very good. We don't got anyone mad at us. That's always something good. So that'll do it for this episode. Subscribe if you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for Las Vegas.